If you store important documents in OneDrive, one question comes up a lot. How do you actually password protect a OneDrive folder or file? In this video, I'm going to show you the best ways to secure your OneDrive content, including using Personal Vault for private storage and setting a password on shared links when you need to send files to other people. This is a simple tutorial, but it can make a huge difference for your privacy and security. And before we get into it, if this video helps you out, please hit the like button and subscribe for more quick tech tutorials just like this. All right, let's jump in. The first method is using OneDrive Personal Vault. This is the most secure option if you want to protect files for yourself. Personal Vault is a special locked area inside OneDrive that adds extra protection with two-step verification and strong encryption. To get started, open the OneDrive website or open your OneDrive folder directly in Windows File Explorer. If you're on the web, sign in to your Microsoft account first. Once you're inside OneDrive, look for the Personal Vault folder. This folder is designed specifically for your most sensitive files, like IDs, contracts, tax documents, or private backups. When you select it, OneDrive will ask you to verify your identity. Follow the on-screen prompts carefully, because this step is what unlocks the vault. Depending on your setup, you may need to enter a code, confirm through your phone, or complete another verification step. Once you're inside, you can simply drag and drop the files you want to protect into the Personal Vault. You can also upload files there just like any other folder. The important thing to remember is that Personal Vault automatically locks itself after inactivity, so if you step away for about 20 minutes, it secures itself again. That makes it a great option for keeping files private without having to manually lock them every time. Now, the second method is for situations where you want to share a file or folder with someone else, but still keep control over access. OneDrive lets you set a password on shared links, which is perfect when you're sending something sensitive to a client, coworker, or family member. To do this, go to the OneDrive website and sign in. Find the file or folder you want to share, then right-click it and choose Share. This opens the sharing settings. Next, click on the link or permission settings, where you'll usually see something like anyone with the link can edit. This is where you can customize how the link works. If you only want the other person to view the file, uncheck Allow Editing. That way they won't be able to make changes to your document or folder contents. After that, look for the Set Password option. Click it, type in a strong password, and then click Apply. Make sure your password is something secure and not easy to guess. A good password usually includes a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols. Once the password is applied, click Copy Link and send the link to the recipient. Just remember to share the password separately, ideally through a different channel like text message, phone call, or another secure method. That way, even if someone gets the link, they still won't be able to open it without the password. One important thing to keep in mind is that OneDrive does not always work like a traditional password lock on a normal folder stored on your computer. If your goal is to keep files private inside your own account, Personal Vault is the better choice. If your goal is to protect files that you're sending to someone else, then password-protected sharing links are the right solution. So to quickly recap, use Personal Vault for private storage, and use password-protected sharing links when you need to securely send files or folders to other people. Both methods help you add an extra layer of security, and both are easy to use once you know where to look. If this tutorial helped you learn how to password protect OneDrive folders and files, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next helpful guide. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.